anchor my sectoral presentation to that of the Most Honourable Prime Minister's, which was entitled Sowing Seeds for Peace, Opportunity and Prosperity.
The Minister of Education and Youth is indeed sowing seeds in the classroom, on the playground, in the technology realm, and within the minds of Jamaica's future, its young people.
Having returned our students to full face-to-face classes on March 7, 2022, the first order of business has been recovery.
Recovery for education begins with getting all students back in their seats. The ministry's Yard-to-Yard Find the Child initiative is playing a major role.
We also call on all Jamaicans. You know these children in your communities that are not attending school. Call us at 211.
The next step is to address the learning loss caused by the pandemic. So, as it plants seeds of opportunity, the ministry is financing extra lessons and providing lesson plans so educators have more time to teach.
The goal is to have lessons for all subjects and all grades. Unfortunately, with the return of face-to-face classes has come an upsurge in violent behavior in our schools.
To ensure a safer school environment, the ministry is amplifying its use of handheld and walk-through metal detectors and installing more CCTV surveillance systems.
We're working closely with our partners to improve safety and security within our schools.
Uniformed groups are also being restored to prominence, with special focus planned for primary and secondary schools in the 5 zones of special operations. Changing the future of education also means updating the learning model. So, a Standard 2 training program developed by the Early Childhood Commission will be offered to early childhood practitioners through the Heart NSTA Trust.
The program was designed to support the early childhood institutions to have comprehensive programs designed to meet the language, physical, cognitive, creative, socio-emotional, spiritual, cultural, and school readiness needs of children.
And the primary specialist teacher model is being expanded to more schools.
To date, Madam Speaker, 378 schools, approximately 4,500 teachers, are advanced in the implementation of the model. A further 191 schools are scheduled to implement the model beginning in September 2022, with the final 173 set to begin in September of 2023. Our students' nutritional status impacts access to learning, readiness for learning, and success at learning. The draft National School Nutrition Policy was signed off by the Ministry of Education and Youth and the Ministry of Health and Wellness and has been submitted for the next step of the approval process.
What should my child know and do? Is one of the questions regularly asked by parents who want to participate in their children's education. And the ministry has designed a program to answer that.
This will allow parents to track how their children are doing, but also give them the knowledge about what their children should know and do, and by what age they should know and do these things. This will allow more timely intervention and a closer working relationship with the practitioners and the parents.
To equip the education system for optimal learning, some major infrastructure development projects are in the works.
We will complete work on 4 major infrastructure projects being carried over from last financial year. Black River High School, construction of 2 classroom blocks with a total of 12 classrooms and a wastewater project. Excellent. Kingston College, completion of computer labs, library resource center and wastewater project. Papine High School, a school with 18 classrooms for 1,300 students. Urgently needs to get off shift. Needs at least another 18 classrooms and a wastewater project.
Several other schools are tapped for major infrastructure development, while fencing and electrical upgrades are planned for others. These projects are geared towards the elimination of the shift system, reduction of overcrowding, and the provision of quality spaces in schools. Technology is not just the way of the future, it is here and now. The Education Ministry is spending $1.2 billion for electronic resources, such as apps and e-books at the primary level, and getting more schools connected.
381 schools will be connected to the government internet service through third-party contractor, yes. 362 schools will get Wi-Fi local area network installed and upgraded.
A coding/computer applications class will be incorporated in the regular curriculum to support the Coding in Schools program rolled out in November 2021. The Child Protection and Family Services Agency, CPFSA, is developing legislation and/or a policy paper for treating abandoned babies. CPFSA is also creating early warning signals to alert state actors when something is going wrong in the lives of children. Construction is now underway on a therapeutic center on the grounds of the Maxfield Park Children's Home, and several pieces of legislation are being amended to heighten the care and protection of Jamaica's youngest citizens.
We know in our minds exactly the future that we would have if all of our students have a good quality education, and that education is aligned to the future job market.
The language in the text is clear. The atmosphere of education as we know it is changing for the better.